Hare Krishna. So we welcome you all for today's Friday program, and today we will discuss on what should be our mood or appearance of the Lord. What should be our preparation for Janmashtami? Hare Krishna. The sound is getting vibrated. There's some settings, I don't know. Because of fan? I don't know. So Janmashtami is the biggest festival that we celebrate in the year. So a lot of preparation needs to be done. One preparation is the physical preparation. We plan for the festival, we arrange for prasadam, we arrange for the hall, the decoration, drama, festival. That is on the physical level which needs to be done. More than that, we have to prepare on mental level for Janmashtami. The external preparation, thank you, this is better. So the external preparation, what we do, this is for the outsiders. So many thousands of people will come for Janmashtami. They want to go somewhere because it's a festival time. They want to go to some temple, so they come here. They hear katha, they hear prasadam, they see drama. They appreciate the Lord. They clap for the Lord. They all come and offer flower to the Lord. So they are getting a lot of sukruti, and we also are getting a lot of sukruti for being instrument in that seva. That is for the external world. But for us, devotees, more than that external seva, we have to prepare ourselves mentally. That's very important. Lord is coming in this world for us, for each one of us sitting over here. Rather, He is coming for the whole world. But we, since we are practicing devotional service to Lord Krishna, Lord takes special interest in us. So He is coming for us, so that it motivates us to do devotional service properly, so that it motivates us to go home back to Godhead, which is a very difficult task. The most difficult task, the most difficult exam to crack, to go home back to Godhead, to go to Vaikuntha. Right? So in between we require some motivation, some inspiration. That's why we celebrate Janmashtami. So hardly 3-4 days are left. So we should contemplate a mood. Mood means set of mind. Sometimes we are in angry mood. Sometimes we are in happy mood. Sometimes we are in some mood, we also don't know what mood it is. Right? So similarly, when we have some spiritual activity which is going to happen, we have to elevate our mood beyond all these other moods of happy, angry, we don't know what it is, neutral mood. These are all the moods of the material world. We have to elevate ourselves to the mood of the spiritual world. Okay, because we get mood based on my feeling, based on the situations around us. But spiritual mood, or the mood of Vaikuntha, or the mood of Golok Vrindavan, or the mood of Vrindavan, what we hear in the pastimes of the Lord, is different. We cannot match it, definitely not. But somewhere we should be striving to become like that. So today we will discuss on some of the points what I mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, what tells us what our mood should be when we are preparing for Janmashtami. So first, why the Lord appears. Last time we saw Lord appears for 4 reasons. Paritranaya sadhuna, vinashaya cha dushkritam, dharma sansthapanarthaya, sambhavami yuge yuge. So Lord comes for re-establishing religion, for connecting back to the sadhus, killing the miscreants. It is also said in Bhagavad Gita, in the 4th chapter, 9th shloka, that anyone who understands the birth and the activities of the Lord will get liberated. We said that going to Vaikuntha is the most difficult exam. But somewhere in Bhagavad Gita, those keys are given. Those digest key question, key set of questions. If you learn those key questions, you will at least pass, you will not fail. Nowadays they do revision after they teach, because teachers also have fear, no? Children should not fail. So revision mein aayega, wahi aayega exam mein. So similarly in Bhagavad Gita there are some key verses which gives us a key to the spiritual world. This is that key verse, one of the key verses. So I will recite this verse, you can repeat. Janma karma cha me divyam एवं यो वेति तत्त्वातः त्याक्ता देह पुनर्जन्म नैति माम इति so Arjuna. So Krishna himself says that if you understand my janma, that is my appearance, and karma, my activities, Krishna did so many activities. Sometimes we feel, why he did like this? But we have to understand it, tatvata, from acharyas. Then what will happen? Tyakta deha punarjanma naiti. We will not get punarjanma. You will say, what are talking about punarjanma? This janma only, somehow the days are not passing by. Right? But Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam doesn't speak about just one life. It speaks about thousands and thousands of lives, because we are eternal. We are not just limited to this life. So Krishna is saying we have to break this cycle of birth and death. No one else can break this cycle of birth and death. It's only Lord Vishnu. And here Krishna is saying if we have to break this cycle of birth and death, then one of the ways is understanding my birth and my activities. Right? So Krishna comes in this world for one very, very important reason, for the devotees. And that reason is so that we, the devotees of the Lord, remember Him. Because we get so busy in our material life. You must be having this experience. There is one activity, you just go to take bath or you're brushing in the morning, and you remember something, okay, I have to do this, I have to pay the bill, I have to pay the insurance, or I have to, some very important activity. And you say, yeah, I will do it in the day. But then the whole day passes and it's the night for you to sleep, and then you remember, oh, I missed it. Oh, I missed this. That is how every day and night goes. You will say, no, I note down things, what I have to do, there are reminders, I put alarm. But the most important part in our life is remembering the Lord. Of course, we devotees practice chanting Hare Krishna. At least, we say we chant 2 rounds, 4 rounds, 10 rounds, 16 rounds. At least that time we remember the Lord. But otherwise, the most important part is becoming Krishna conscious. So our days and nights, Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes in the song that days and nights are just passing. My nights are passing in sleep and days passing in work. Where and how I will remember you, O Krishna? Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the Acharya, great Acharya, he is writing this in the bhajans what he has written. And our days and nights are just going like that. And if we didn't have festivals like JANMASHTAMI or any other festival which reminds us about the Lord, we would have been busy. We would have been busy in things what are not worth it. Right? So that is why JANMASHTAMI is very, very important. And for devotees, the mood should be, Lord, let me remember you. Right? Now when I say remembering the Lord is not only in that 2 hours of chanting Hare Krishna. We have 24 hours. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Satatam Kirtayanto Mam. Satatam means 24 hours. That is the expectation of Krishna. You want to crack this exam, his expectation is 24 hours, even in sleep, even in our dreams, we should have Krishna. That is Lord's expectation. Right? So somehow we should plan our day in such a way that we remember Krishna more and more. One simple example is tilak. When you see someone putting tilak, what do you remember? If someone who knows what is that tilak, what is tilak? Tilak is the lotus feet of the Lord, and tulsi which is drawn over here, which is rested at the feet of the Lord. So moment someone sees tilak, he remembers Krishna. Moment someone sees kantimala, someone else wearing kantimala, he says, oh, this is tulsi. Tulsi is dear to Krishna. I think this person is a devotee of Krishna. Right? So we have to design our life slowly. It will not happen immediately. Slowly, we have to design our life that we remember Krishna more and more. Here it is said that Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita again in one more place that if you remember me, you are with me. We all want to be with the Lord. How we can be with the Lord? We cannot be with the Lord physically. Bhagavan kahan hai? Dikao where there is Lord. But Lord Himself says, if we just remember Him, we are with Him. So when we are chanting, we have to remember, but sometimes when we are chanting, our mind also flies here and there. So we have to pull our mind back, pull our mind back. We have to tell this is the most important time of our day, 2 hours of chanting Hare Krishna. And other time also, some difficulty comes, we have to remember the Lord. There is nothing wrong to remember the Lord when difficulty comes. When some happiness comes, we have to remember the Lord. Lord, thank you, it is so nice. Somehow or other, we have to program our vocabulary. Vocabulary means our words, our thinking pattern, so that I remember the Lord again and again. And while doing that, we are with the Lord. Then we fail or we win, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. When India won the last World Cup, which year? याद नहीं देखो. अभी ना ये साल में ही जीता ना, याद नहीं. So the wins what we have, किसको फर्क पड़ता है? I was first in my 9th standard exam in the year 1998. क्या फर्क पड़ता अभी? Of course, you will say you got good marks, so you grew nicely. But if I was second, third also, I would have been in same place. So no matter you win or you failed in one subject in your 8th standard, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? That doesn't mean you have everything. Only what I am trying to say is failures and success will come and go. It is part of your prayas. Whatever you are putting prayas, as per that outcome will come. That's not that important. What is more important is in that failure or in that success, I remember Krishna or not. Then that is successful. Someone is criticizing you. You say, oh Lord, I didn't do this. How can I tell him this? You're successful. So success is taking Krishna everywhere with us. It is very easy to see this. But if we practice it, it is possible. So when we say we are Krishna conscious means we take Krishna along with us everywhere we go. That also means that we should not be doing adharmic activities, what Krishna is forbidding. So slowly, that's why we say following the 4 regulative principles, no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling, then you naturally become companion of Krishna. And then slowly you keep purifying the other anarthas. Low, matsar, greed, envy, illusion, pride. So then you see step by step the process is there. And Krishna is so kind. You ever thought he doesn't just gives us a book of rules. Remember me, Satatam Kirtan Tomam, become my devotee, take, and he goes. No, he doesn't do that. He creates so many pastimes. Right? In all the, of course, we know that Krishna is the supreme God, and all the other avatars are coming from Krishna. But if you see otherwise also, all the Vishnu Tattvas, we have so many 10 principal incarnations. Which incarnation did the maximum pastimes? Krishna. Of course, he is not the incarnation. He is the source of all other incarnations. You haven't thought about it, soche thoda. Lord Ram was seen outside his palace first time by Vishwamitra when they had taken him out. No childhood pastime of Lord Ram. It's only Krishna. Every part of his life there are so many pastimes. And why he did these pastimes? To attract us. Because if there is no pastime, there is no story, we don't get attracted. We don't get attracted by law book, rule book. हमारे टाइम में हमको सिखाते थे a plus b the whole square is a square plus b square और हम लोग रट्टा मारते थे पूरा by heart all formulas part. अभी now they are not teaching like that. Now they are telling what is the meaning of that a square b square. They are drawing a circle, making it visual, showing that phone. In the phone so many things are coming. Oh, then nowadays the students they learn like that, right? Previously we had to just memorize everything. So Lord is like that. He doesn't want us to memorize rules. Lord comes over here and He gives us sweet pastimes. The pastimes of the Lord are very sweet. When we hear Bhagavatam, the pastimes and stories of Krishna, we feel, how can Krishna do it? Amazement. Wow, Krishna did it. Praise. Oh, Krishna did so nicely, so great of Him. We are appreciating. So many qualities or so many praises we can do to the Lord just by hearing His Katha. Like Krishna's hands, they are softer than butter. When Mother Yashoda used to, when cows came to know that Krishna will not be wearing footwear, because all the cows are not wearing footwear. All the cows, what they did with their hoof print, they crushed all these small stones and pebbles of Vrindavan and made the sand of Vrindavan so fine. These cows did it. So even now, those of you who have gone to Vrindavan, the sand of Vrindavan is totally different. It is so soft. That's why we put some sand in the bottle and get it at home. We keep it in the altar. I kept one bottle in my office, so it's always there. It is so soft. And who did it? The cows. Because Krishna's feet are soft like butter. His hands are soft. You touch it, it will become red. But the same hands, he lifted Govardhan. How can someone lift Govardhan? He is so small boy. He is a so small child. How he can lift Govardhan? But because he did this, we remember him. We remember contrasting things. कुछ ऐसा रोमांच होना चाहिए. ऐसा ही वही लाइफ है. सुबह उठा, ब्रश किया, ऑफिस को गया, फिर रात को आ गया घर में, फिर घर में सब की, फिर वही. एवरीडे सेम थिंग. नो, कुछ ऐसा एक एनिमी होता है, उसको बाद में रिवेंज लेने के लिए जाता हूँ, या फिर कुछ प्रॉब्लम आता है, वो सॉल्व करता है. Some excitement we want, na, in life. So Lord creates this excitement, but this excitement is spiritual excitement, and that is where Krishna says, if you understand my activities tattvataha, in essence, not just like Krishna was there, he lifted Govardhan, okay fine, कुछ शुद्धिकरण नहीं होगा. Tattvataha, tattva means what? Krishna is the supreme truth. Supreme truth means there is no truth beyond him, and that supreme truth lies so many times. To Mother Yashoda. Mother Yashoda says, you ate mud? She said, no, who told you I ate mud? I didn't eat mud. So open your mouth. Balram is saying you ate mud. So then Krishna opens the mouth. And what Mother Yashoda sees inside that? She sees the entire Brahmand. Now you will question how it's possible. Ye to aise man gadat kahan kya hai? But tattvataha, why not? Krishna is the source of everything. And this small universe can't fit in his mouth. So many universes are coming just by his breathing. And one solar system cannot fit in his mouth. You see the photograph over there, what we have put? So Mahavishnu is sleeping. And Mahavishnu is just Amsha of Krishna. So tattvataha, no logic. Logic doesn't fit. You know how Mother Yashoda saw the whole universe in her mouth, and then she saw Prithvi in his mouth, and in that Prithvi she saw Vrindavan, and in that Vrindavan she saw Yashoda looking in Krishna's mouth, and in that mouth she saw, how it's possible? Facts doesn't work. That is tattvataha. These pastimes are for amazement. You say, wow, only Krishna can do this. Right? Krishna is Mother Lakshmi. Mother Lakshmi sits at the lotus feet of the Lord, massaging his feet at the feet of Mahavishnu. But the same Krishna is Makanchor. He is going to every gopi's house and robbing Makan. And Mother Yashoda is saying, why you are going and robbing Makan? I make so nice Makan, why don't you eat that? He says, no, I feel that is much better than what you make. So the same Lord, so many, it is said in Brahma Samhita, so many Lakshmis are sweeping the floor of Vaikuntha. So many Lakshmis, not one Lakshmi, so many Lakshmis, so that just by their service, Lord will look at them. We all are behind Lakshmi, but so many thousands of Lakshmi are sweeping the floor of Vaikuntha so that Lord will see them. That same Lord, Lakshmi Pati Lord, comes over here and does stealing activities. आके चुराता है और उसे पकड़ते भी हैं. Prabhavati Mata catches Krishna red-handed and pulls him, drags him all the way from Vrindavan to house of Yashoda and says, look Yashoda, I caught him red-handed. And then what happens? He converts himself to a son, Chandu. She is amazing, Chandu look ban gaya. उसको दो मार के घर पे लेके चलो लेके जाओ. So you see so much of amazement, it gets smile to our faces. And then Chandu again converts to Krishna just to tease her. See, I can do anything. So that is Krishna. Krishna means it is pure adan pradan of love with his devotees. There is no logic over there. When a child raises a mother, there is no logic. You will become big, you will become engineer, doctor, and then you will get so much money, and I have so much of name and fame because of it. No, mother just raises the child because she loves him. Similarly, the devotees of Vrindavan does all this Adan Pradan with the Lord just because they love Him. We might have not experienced this type of love. Ye kaun sa love hai bhai? But that is what we have to elevate ourselves to. That's why Lord does all this contrasting pastime, different pastime, which are totally different, so that we remember Him. So the first mood that we should have for Janmashtami is somehow we should make our way of life in such a way that we remember the Lord more and more. And primarily, this can be done by hearing and reading about the Lord. So we read Bhagavad Gita, we read Srimad Bhagavatam, we hear the holy kathas of the Lord more and more. We don't wait only for the Friday program. We can hear holy kathas so anytime. We are traveling, we can just put headphones and hear holy katha of the Lord. We are cooking, we can hear. We are taking bath, we are eating prasadam, we can hear. We don't have to remove separate time because most of us we don't have time. But we have to make that habit. And second way to remember Lord is to design our life in such a way that our activities reminds other people about the Lord and reminds us also. Like fasting for Ekadashi. Moment tomorrow is Ekadashi, the devotees who are observing Ekadashi, they know. Oh, then no, tomorrow is Ekadashi. कल क्या करेंगे? हाँ, ये लाना है, वो लाना है, ये करना है. कल इतने बजे उठेंगे, कल इतना rounds करेंगे. You see, for Ekadashi comes every 15 days. So you know you are doing this Ekadashi for the Lord. What words we speak. वो एक story है ना, for small children in this school book that one time when someone came to Birbal Akbar, I suppose, that king, whatever, and he was dressed in a different way, this man, and this man came to the court and said, "Can you tell what is my mother tongue?" Now, how someone can just tell someone's mother tongue? He was dressed in a different way. So what Birbal did, Birbal said, "Okay, I will tell you what's your mother tongue." He went and pinched him. And when someone pinches you, you shout in your mother tongue. Right? You don't shout in some English word, you are some other word. If your English is your mother tongue, you shout in English. Right? Similarly over here, when something bad happens to us, we also shout in a particular words, and everyone uses different words. Right? You don't have to tell those words now. So then, when such thing happens to us, good or bad, we should have a habit of saying Krishna. Something fell down, oh Krishna. No, otherwise we use some very ugly bad word. We should replace that habit. And we are programmed like that because our parents did it, our society did it, everyone did it. So we are programmed like that. You are driving and you are trying to overtake and suddenly some other vehicle comes. Then you should not say some other words. Krishna. We don't know, that might be our last overtake. Right? So slowly program ourselves to say Krishna everywhere. It doesn't matter. You can take Krishna's name in bathroom also. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says chanting Hare Krishna even when we are passing stool, it doesn't make it impure. To that level the Lord has gone and given us the name. Otherwise we'll say, how I can take the names of the Lord in bathroom? What if we pass away in bathroom? So Lord has done a leela just to specify that very fact that you can take my name anywhere. Right? Let it be mechanical. You will say what to do, but this is mechanical. I doesn't mean it. Doesn't matter. Just start saying Krishna. So people will laugh at me. It's okay. They will laugh as it is. They are going to laugh at you. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So how we develop this first mood of remembering the Lord? By hearing and reading Shastras. And secondly, designing our life in such a way that we remember Krishna more and more. That should be the first mood what we should develop. The second mood is that the mood of sacrifice. So many devotees have sacrificed for the Lord. When we see the whole pastime of Janmashtami, the first devotees to sacrifice for the Lord is Devaki and Vasudeva. उनका तो कुछ मिस्टेक ही नहीं था. उनकी क्या मिस्टेक है? Vasudeva just got married. He was a king, she was a princess. They just got married. They are going to start a new life, And suddenly this Akashvani happens that the 8th child is going to kill you, Kamsa. And Kamsa at the very moment catches her hair and about to kill. I mean, what she did? She said, "मैं कहाँ से आ गई ये सब चीज में भाई? Where am I?" But they were all great devotees. In the past life, they had done immense tapasya and had asked for a boon that Lord should appear as their child. And when this situation came, they didn't budge down. They didn't say, "Oh, why you are doing this to us?" Rather, Vasudeva was very powerful. But then, looking at the situation, he said, "The strength will not work." Then he used his words. So sometimes we have to be intelligent enough where words work, where power work. So then he told Kamsa, "I will give you all the children." And then he tried to pacify him, "Don't kill a woman, she's your sister, that's a marriage thing." So many things he said. He was never pacified. Demons are like that. Logic doesn't work. They only know what is their interest. So his interest was that the child should not be born. So he said, "Okay, the child will be born and I will give the child to you. Then you can do whatever you want." And then he accepted it. And then they were put in Karagram. The very source of happiness, which was their marriage, became the source of distress. And if something happens to us like this in life, we become so dejected. We feel, "Lord, why you did this? Lord, you don't love me." We stop so many activities. We become so morose. But they were not like that because they were devotees of the Lord. So great devotees of the Lord teaches us from their example. And then when we see every child who was born was killed in front of their eyes. How you can even bear it. But they still, for the seva of the Lord, because they knew the 8th child will kill. So we will keep doing this seva. And they gave every child to Kamsa. Of course, the first 6 children were the 6 anarthas. They were demons actually from Kalneni who had come. And they had to be cleared off. And then the 7th child was Balramji. So the 7th child who came was Balramji. And as we discussed last week, Balramji does the seva of checking everything. Before the Lord comes, his security comes, all ministers will come, they'll check everything. Okay. So he came in the womb of Devaki, prepared the womb of Devaki, and he went to Rohini. It was a miscarriage, and by Yog Maya it was transferred to Rohini. And then the Lord appears. And when the Lord appeared in the womb of Devaki, she was effulgent. All the distresses what she had of seeing the death of all her 6 children, within a second it was gone. And Lord didn't appear in the normal way. He appeared as 4-handed Vishnu. Straight away. Then he went to the mind of Vasudeva and then to the womb of Devaki, and then he came back again, and then they said, "Don't show us this, so we want to see your Bala roop," and then he came in that Bala form. That's why we say appearance of the Lord and we don't say birth of the Lord. Because birth is taken by all of us, but the Jeev. We take birth through the process of the process of marriage. A woman and husband come together, and based on our karma, whatever karma every jiva has done, based on that a mother and a father is selected, and that child is pushed without his wish in the womb of that mother, and we come out. That is birth. But Lord doesn't take birth. He appears. Just like sun. Does the sun take birth? He appears and then he disappears and he appears again. So he is always there. When he disappears also he is there, but we can't see him. The next day he appears again. That's why we say the Lord appears. That's why it's called Jayanti. But nowadays this word Jayanti is used for so many other people also. It's not actually befitting to use this word Jayanti to everyone. It's Balram Jayanti, Parshuram Jayanti. It's not for others. In all other humans, it's not Jayanti, it is birth. We just take birth. That's why when we speak also, we say Lord appears. Lord doesn't take birth. It's not birth of the Lord, it's appearance of the Lord. And that is how Lord appears in the life of Devaki and Vasudeva. The second personalities or devotees who sacrificed everything was Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. Now you say, what they sacrificed? They enjoyed so much. But when Krishna left Vrindavan, that was more painful. See, it is not much painful when something is taken from you immediately. But if you are attached to something and then it is taken, you will be broken and you will be shattered. At least Devaki and Vasudeva saw Krishna only for maybe, 1 hour, that's it. And then he was taken to Margao. No much, pain. Of course, some pain was there. But if you see Vasudeva, if you see Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maiya, they lived with Krishna. The best time of their life was with Krishna. And Krishna left for Mathura saying that he will come. But he never came back. That is Krishna. He never came back. And Mathura and Vrindavan is not very far. It is just half an hour. But Krishna never came back to Vrindavan. And Nanda Baba and Yashoda, every single day, Yashoda Maiya was cooking and being ready that Krishna will come. But he never came. All his Gopal, all his Sakhas, all the Gopis, Radharani, they were waiting for Krishna. He never came. Sacrifice. Because Krishna had other plans. Because why he came? Paritranaya Sadhana Vinashaya. Chatushrutam wo bhi karna tha na. That's why he left. And all these devotees did this supreme sacrifice so that we, people of this world, get Krishna. If it wasn't for Devaki and Yashoda Maiya, probably we wouldn't have got Krishna in the way what we are relishing it now. Because they were part of those pastimes, we are relishing these pastimes of Krishna. So many devotees have done sacrifice so that we get Krishna. Similarly, we also should do some sacrifice for us to receive Krishna. And the biggest sacrifice is, it's not money. The biggest sacrifice is our time and our consciousness. Our chitta. Whom दिल किसको हम देंगे? पिक्चर में क्या कहते हैं? दिल दिया क्या दिल दिया बोले तो क्या? दिल दिया बोले तो consciousness. दिमाग में कौन है? So if we give our consciousness to Krishna, that is the biggest sacrifice. Other things are okay, but not that big. Our time to Krishna, 24 घंटे हमारे पास. Chanakya Pandit says, even if you give thousands of gold coins, you cannot get 1 minute which is gone. Similarly, the time what we have is limited. If you give that time to Krishna in the form of chanting Hare Krishna, that is supreme sacrifice. We are sacrificing our time so that we form a connection with the Lord. Just like all these devotees have given their life to give Krishna. So to receive Krishna, we also should do some sacrifice. If there is no sacrifice in life, if there is no tapasya in life, वो ये नहीं होता है, join नहीं होता है, कुछ glue चाहिए. For two people to come together, there should be sacrifice for each other. When you do sacrifice for each other, there is that attachment, strong हो जाता है. Similarly in bhakti, we cannot just say, oh, I'm all spaced out, I have a lot of bank balance, everything fine, good health, आराम से करेंगे, हाँ क्या सुनना ही होता है ना, जपाई करना होता है ना, 4 regular principles कर लेंगे आराम से. It's not going to happen. We have to do that tapasya. Tapasya of going against the mind. Tapasya of withstanding the agitation, what the senses give us. Then that bond becomes strong. Not otherwise it is Facebook वाले friends. Thousands रहते हैं, कोई आता नहीं है. सच्चा दोस्त चाहिए भगवान की तरह, तो वो sacrifice भी करना पड़ेगा, right? If you see Srila Prabhupada, how much sacrifice he did so that we get Krishna. Once someone asked him, Prabhupada, what is your wish? Prabhupada said, I am longing. Longing माने मैं बहुत चाहता हूँ कि I want to be in Vrindavan, in those Radha Damodar rooms of mine. I am happy to be there. But I am here in God-forsaken country of yours. Right? All of you all who have gone to America, Europe, पता है ना? कितना ठंडी रहता है उधर, कान सब कपड़ा उड़ा ऐसा, हमको ऐसा कैसा तो होता है उधर, दूर दूर तक कोई आदमी नहीं दिखता है. There are hardly any people. Prabhupada went there. He went there to give this prachar, to give this Bhagavad Bhakti. And inside, deep in his heart, he was longing, I want to be in Vrindavan. He sacrificed so much. Of course, we are not talking about the physical problems, what he went through, the heart attacks, dejection, sleeping on the road, you don't know where to go, no money, no food to eat, no one coming for programs, everything gets stolen. those are there only. But this deep inside, mentally, he always wanted to be in Vrindavan, but he had to do this thing. And if he wouldn't have done that, probably so many lakhs of people in the world wouldn't be celebrating Janmashtami the way they are doing now. So sacrifice is one very, very important aspect. Every relationship requires sacrifice. So when we become devotee of Krishna, we also have to do some sacrifice. So what is sacrifice? Sacrifice means tapasya. Tapasya means voluntarily taking some pain for higher cause. That is tapasya. So we doesn't eat some specific things, no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling. This is tapasya. What are these 4 regulative principles? In tapasya, I said, I am not going to do this. No matter what the whole world is doing, no matter what they all are telling, no matter what my tongue is telling me, I am not going to do it. That is tapasya. And we are not doing this tapasya, it's not mangadan, it is written in the Shastras. These are the 4 legs of the bull, what Kali is killing. And Parikshit Maharaj is going and saving it. These are not made by some man, it is written by Ved Vyas in Bhagavatam. Right? So when we are following these 4 regulative principles, we are following Shastra. We are following dharma. And then dharma rakshita rakshiti. Whoever follows or whoever protects dharma will definitely protect. Definitely. There is no doubt only. Dharma will protect. Because we are protecting dharma. But when we are not following these 4 regulative principles, we are breaking the leg of the bull. So slowly, we should try to elevate ourselves and come to that level of at least, following the 4 regulative principles so that we can progress further and clear all the other anarthas. Right? What they teach us in the outside world. Every day we have to be better than what I was yesterday. If I am deteriorating, if I am becoming fat, if I am not exercising, I am not earning money, I am not doing anything, I am just sitting and eating, every day I am deteriorating. So every day I have to become better, no matter how old I am. Similarly, in bhakti, every day I have to become better than what I was yesterday. Otherwise, we don't know how much time is left. This human form of life we have got is very rare. And in addition to that, this path what we have got is very rare. As I told last time, so many paths are there of spiritual realizations. Everything is goal. Jalebi की तरह गोल रहता है. समझ में नहीं आता क्या करना है. पर नहीं आप आओ ये करो वो करो ये थोड़ा करो योगा करो meditation करो. Here it is very simple. Remember Krishna, chant his names. Be Krishna conscious. Direct, no round, no inside Krishna, outside Krishna, air is Krishna. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is there in Vrindavan, Paramatma in our heart. To realize that, we chant his names. We become his friends. Whatever we do it for Lord. Yat karosi, yat asnasi, yat jajoshi, yat tat karosi, madarpanam. Everything what is there written in Bhagavad Gita. Black and white. No doubt, no shades of grey, कुछ confusion नहीं. That is why there is so much progress of people who are coming to ISKCON. Once someone was asking, why there are so many people coming to ISKCON? Because philosophy is very clear. It is not round. Let's do yoga, oneness. Oneness, पता नहीं, कुछ. No round. Very clear, very practical. For grahasthas, for working people. We don't have to be sannyasis. And what is the result? Supreme result. Going back home. Got it. Not this life, but next life. Definitely for sure. Krishna says, Neha Vikamanaskosi. Even if you do Neha, even if you do small activity in devotional service, I am recording it. It will not go waste. In next life, I will come to you. If you are breaking it and you are not continuing, I will come to you in next life. But don't wait for next life. This life only you continue, finish everything. Don't make Krishna come in next life. We don't know where we will take next life. Right? So that is the power of devotional service. What we have got is very, very rare. Every time we say Krishna, Ram, every time we chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We are walking on the path of devotional service, one step at a time. And all this is recorded and kept. It's not like that exam, what you answer once, if you don't clear, you fail, next time do again. No, wherever you left, you start from there again. That is devotional service. So sacrifice is one of the most important aspects of devotional service, and we have to voluntarily sacrifice. The third aspect or the third mood that we should have is taking Krishna to the world. Now what we mean by this? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Bharat Bhumi Bhoile Manushya Janma Janma Sarthak Kari Kari Paropakar. We have got birth in this Bharat Bhumi. Make your life perfect and do paropkar, help others. We should not give Krishna to us. Oh, I know the secret. Give it to the whole world. In giving, we receive more. That is very, very important. When Chaitanya, Vitthal Dev came to Kundalik, and after Kundalik, then he realized that Lord Vitthal has come himself. Then he asked Kundalik, what do you want? So Kundalik said, you give me this blessing, O Lord, that I never forget you. Tuza hechi dana degi deva tuza visara na bhava. I will never forget you. And this form of yours, let the whole world see. That's why today sometimes people go to Pandharpur, they ask, which God is this? Oh, this is the same Krishna. He came from Dwarka. And then because of Kundalik, he was standing on the wheat and waiting for him to come on his door. And then Kundalik said, let this form of yours, let the whole world see. So you see all the great devotees of the Lord, they are not giving Vitthal to themselves. Kundalik would have said, Vitthal, you be my property only, my house only, no one you should go. No, he said the whole world, let the whole world get your darshan. When Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra, they took that form, Narad Muni saw them. And Narad Muni was totally overwhelmed. And he said, let the whole world see this form of yours, so that they get attracted towards you. Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj. Because of Prahlad Maharaj, Lord came as Nrsimhadev, as a lion. अभी हमने बोला अरे मेरा भगवान ना वो लायन आधा ये रहता है, तो कोई बोले और बोलो उसके बारे में, टेल मी मोर अबाउट इट. नेचुरली एक उत्सुकता आती है भगवान के बारे में जानने के लिए कि भगवान ने ऐसे फॉर्म लिए. He did all these pastimes so that we get attracted towards him. So similarly, we also, yatha shakti, whatever possible, we should take Krishna to people. And we get this opportunity in Janmashtami. Janmashtami is the ideal time when we connect Krishna to everyone. Because we don't get such a big devotee congregation, everyone assembling at one place, right? So if you see over here, Yatha Shakti, whatever we can, we have to do the outreach. We have to take Krishna to the world. And it is just as simple as talking about Krishna to someone. So now for this Janmashtami, all the services have been allocated. A lot of you all are doing services. One very, very important thing is we have a lot of big programs in ISKCON where thousands of people come. But after that program, we have only this hall filled up, right? So now we have an opportunity that why not this all people become devotee. Krishna will give us a bigger hall, definitely, they will not fit over here. But our attempt should be like that. All these 1,000 people who are coming for Janmashtami program, they all should become devotee. For that, how it is possible? It is possible when we speak to them. Right? Like I'll give an example. Last year we met, for last Janmashtami in Ravindra Bhavan, we met a family who came for Janmashtami for the first time. They didn't know about ISKCON and anything. And someone met them and then they got connected and then they started coming for programs. Now they are regular devotees, everyone chanting Hare Krishna. So if that person wouldn't have spoken to them in Janmashtami, this family also would have come just, we call it spiritual entertainment. Different entertainments like that. This is spiritual entertainment. Very nice. And people go home and they come when? Next Janmashtami. Again they want kirtan, again. Then next, it is good. Some Sukruti will come. But ye nahi hoga. But because this devotee spoke to this family got connected, they started coming for programs, now everyone is chanting. So many examples we have. Most of you all have come like this only. You came for some big program and from there you came for this program, then someone started talking to you all, then you all were friends over here, you all were continuously coming, and then slowly you all were progressing in your devotional service also. So it's very important for us that all of you all, for the Janmashtami program, you all have to speak. First you have to call. So each one of you should call at least 10. How many? 10. How many? 10. Bola, one ke samne. If every one of you all call Even 10, which is very easy. 10 means 4-5 families. बच्चों पकड़ के 10 ऐसे हो जाते हैं. The hall will be full. Secondly, you all have to talk to at least 5. At least 5 people you have to talk. Not to those whom you know. Even if you don't know someone, just talk to them. Oh, how was the program? You liked it? We have a nice program which is done every Saturday. You can enroll for it. So after this program, after Janmashtami, we will announce there also. We will start a Saturday program, just like what we started last year. For the new people, it is not for the existing people. If any one of you all come, I will tell you, please come for the Friday program. This is not for the existing people, because you all are reached to a level. Because you all are chanting Hare Krishna now. You all are following some of the regulatory principles. Others you will do. It is not for you. You are already at a level. This will be for the new people, so that new people also get a chance to understand what is there in the pages of Bhagavad Gita. Others people don't open Bhagavad Gita. क्यों? डर लगता है क्या रहेगा, पता नहीं समझेगा नहीं समझेगा, हमसे होगा नहीं होगा. But all of you all are practicing Bhagavad Gita. When you chant Hare Krishna, what you are practicing? Man mana bhav man bhakto. You are practicing that. When you are offering bhoga to the Lord, what you all are practicing? Yat karoshi yat sansasi. You are practicing that shloka. Every activity in devotional life, we are practicing one or other instruction of the Lord. He is given in Bhagavad Gita. So we also should give opportunity to new people, but this will happen if all of you all speak to them, connect them for the program. And not only the people in the Janmashtami program, even if you have some friends, you have some relatives who you want them to connect to ISKCON, but if they come to this big program, the normal program, they become a little uncomfortable. क्या बात कर रहे हैं? जपा, what is this? समझ में नहीं आता. So they have to come from a simple starting level program, and that is the Saturday program what we are going to start. So maybe by tomorrow we will send a pamphlet about it. So you start discussing with them and start connecting to them, with them to you. And Krishna says the biggest charity what someone can give is Krishna. If you are really someone's well-wisher, connect him to Krishna. That is the biggest charity, that is the biggest daan, that is the biggest benefit you can do to anyone. We cannot do any more big to someone than connecting him to Krishna. So start thinking. We'll be having this program on 22nd, I think 22nd or 21st of September. 1 month is there. Pura ek mahina hai. Because now in between we'll have Ganesh Chaturthi and other festivals. So Radha Ashtami is also there. So we'll not be able to do it. So after that only we'll be starting this Saturday program. So think which friend of yours, which office colleague of yours, which business partner of yours, which neighbor of yours you think should be connected. Call him for this program. So that is how we can take Krishna, we can give Krishna to others. You know, in Chaitanya Lila it is said that Nityanand Prabhu has already decided who will become devotee. He already decided, okay, this 100 people in Margao will become devotee. But बहती हुई गंगा में हमको भी हाथ धोना है ना, हम भी प्यूरिफाई हो जाएंगे if we become instrument. If we don't become instrument, he will make someone else the instrument. He has decided these people will become devotees, but someone has to become instrument for them to be connected. Otherwise their process will be delayed, just like this family. If we wouldn't have got that family, they would have come again for next Janmashtami. 1 year gone, but now 1 year they are chanting, practicing nicely, and Krishna would have made someone else connect to them. So we have to decide, and Krishna will give result. Because we are doing Krishna's work. So Krishna from within will give good intelligence to that person whom you are talking to. And you see, when you connect someone to Krishna, you get a type of satisfaction which you don't get otherwise. All other material things doesn't give us any satisfaction. No amount of wealth I earn, or how good I look, or what good I do, it doesn't give much satisfaction. But if you genuinely connect someone to Krishna, it gives you unlimited amount of satisfaction, sukruti, and you become hero in the eyes of Krishna. Krishna says in the 18th chapter, one who gives this message of mine to other is most dear to me. He is saying it. It is there in the 18th chapter, 57th verse I think so. He is saying it black and white, most priya, who gives this message of Bhagavad Gita of mine to others. So if you see the whole bhakti process, what we are practicing, it is filled with so many jewels at every point. Only we should be accumulating it. So the last mood what we should be having is servitude. First mood, what was the first mood we discussed? Mood of hearing about Krishna, and that we can have by hearing and reading and by making our life in such a way that we remember Lord more and more. The second mood what we discuss is the mood of sacrifice. That we have to do some sacrifice for regularity principles, Ekadashi, voluntarily refraining from something, and the third one is taking Krishna to others, and the fourth one is servitude, seva. This is very important. Seva नहीं करेंगे तो purification नहीं होगा. When we physically serve for Krishna, the senses become little easy to control. Otherwise, senses are very like the Shastra says, senses are like serpents. कभी भी डंक मारेंगे. Dunk मारेंगे माने take you away from Krishna. So when we do seva, when we sweat for the Lord, Sultan Prabhu once said, when we sweat for the Lord, all the ego melts. Right? So similarly like that, when we sweat for the Lord, the senses becomes a little more in control. So this attitude is very, very important. Like the last story before we end, when Arjun and Duryodhana went to Krishna for asking for help for the battle, and Krishna was sleeping, you know the story, and then Arjun was sitting at the legs and Duryodhana was sitting over here near the head, and when Krishna got up, he saw he saw Arjun. He said, Arjun, what do you want? Because I came first and I saw him, let him ask. And then Krishna said, what? You have two options. Either one side there is Narayani Sena of mine, which is the most powerful, no one can defeat, and other side, you have me. I will not fight. It is a family problem. I will not fight. You decide what you want. Arjuna said, without even thinking, I want you, Krishna. And Duryodhana said, you know the story. He said, no, I wanted you, but since Arjuna has taken you, let me give me your army. And he goes. So if you see over here, Arjuna wasn't hesitant to ask for Krishna. He didn't even think twice when Krishna said, one side Narayana Sena, one side me, but I will not fight. He said, Krishna, I want you. And what is Narayana Sena? Narayana Sena is the energy of the Lord. Duryodhana was behind the energy of the Lord, the Shakti of the Lord, but not the Lord. He didn't want to serve the Lord, but he wanted to use the Shakti of the Lord in his seva. So Arjun mentality and Duryodhana mentality is very clear over here. Duryodhana mentality is everything what Lord gives, I will use it for me. So Lord gives what? The very energy what I have, the ability what I have. Krishna says, the ability in man, that is me. In the 13th chapter, Krishna says, everything good in this world is me. That is his power. So the ability to speak, that is Lord's power. Ability to do something, Lord's power. Ability to earn wealth, Lord's power. Ability to convince people, manipulate people, Lord's power. But we want to use all this Lord's power for our own benefit. That is Duryodhana mentality. By the way, time is also Lord's power. You see, कुछ बचा ही नहीं. अगर हम सोचेंगे, if we think we are left with nothing. Everything is Lord's. Right? So when we use that in Lord's seva, then we are slowly walking towards leaving Duryodhana to walking towards Arjuna. The Arjuna mentality, the devotee mentality. And that is what we should be doing. It will not be easy. And that is why we have to pray to Balramji, what we discussed last time. And we have to pray to Krishna also. Lord, it is not easy. So many lifetimes I have been serving. So many lifetimes I am using your energy for my seva. How I use it back to you? You only help me now. But I will try. I will take the first step. So that service attitude should be there. It is very, very important. Because seva really melts ourselves. And seva, it makes the heart soft. So that this Bhakti Lata beach can grow nicely in it. So, with this I stop. So this Janmashtami, as I told last time also, we are the host. We all are the hosts for the Janmashtami. Various services are there. We should take up all those services. And as I said, at the end of it, the Saturday program, what we will be starting, we want at least 100 new people. How many? 100. How many? 100. 100 new people should be there. The capacity of the hall is 200. Right now, Punya Prabhu, 200 na? Capacity? Yeah. He is the chief engineer. He knows. 200 people can sit. So Lord will say, at least आधा तो भरो. मैंने हॉल थे इतना बड़ा. तो हम यहाँ वहाँ जाते थे पहले. You know where all, what all problems we had. Now Lord said, okay, take this. So at least half the hall should be filled after Lord's birthday with new people. That is all our responsibility. So I also request you all to pray for me. We should be praying for each other. We should be praying for every devotee. We should not be praying only for us, right? For Janmashtami, there are various fasting what we do. Some devotees do Nirjal fasting. So it is recommended to do Nirjal. Nirjal mane not even drinking water. So when in office and all I say I don't drink water, they say, oh, how you survive? No water also full day. They become very paranoid. Initially we also were like that. But once you do it, it just happens. You get used to it. But of course, you take care of your medical problem and your other habits, and if you can't do it, then you can drink only water. If that is also difficult, you can have only fruits. If that is also difficult, you can have some Ekadashi prasad, some sabudana, some barai, which is not grains. So this is the fourth level. First level is without water, with water, fruits, and fourth is this. Don't go below fourth. Fourth के नीचे नहीं है, right? So because it is not, I'm not exaggerating. एक साधु बोल रहे थे, एक साधु once he said, एक दिन खाओगे नहीं तो मर नहीं जाओगे तुम. Lot of strength आता है ये statement से. साधु है वृंदावन के, वो बोले एक दिन नहीं खाओगे तो मर नहीं जाओगे तुम. साल में एक ही बार तो करना है. Lot of strength you get. But जोश में आके थोड़ा you have to see your medical conditions also. But it is recommended to fast on the day of Janmashtami. Janmashtami, when is Janmashtami? It's on Monday. It's not on Tuesday. We are celebrating on Tuesday, but it's on Monday. So fast on Ekadashi, the fasting will start from Sunday night 12. उससे पहले खाना है खाओ, बहुत पानी पीना पियो, but that doesn't help. You be normal. ऐसा कुछ होता है बहुत खाएंगे पिएंगे तो कल कुछ नहीं होगा. Normally you fast. If you cannot fast without water for the whole day, at least try to fast till 12 o'clock in the afternoon without water. It's possible, होता है. And then if you cannot, then you can drink some water and try to be on water till night 12. Monday 12 night, you can break your fast. And breaking your fast also, then again you try to break with your Ekadashi Prasad, because next day is Prabhupada appearance day. And we fast for Prabhupada appearance day, and by 12 in the afternoon then we break our fast. If you can't do that, but at least go till 12. On Janmashtami, you should be doing some tapasya. Luckily, we are not celebrating Janmashtami on Monday. We are celebrating on Tuesday. So Tuesday everyone will be energetic to do seva. Okay? So we request, please come a little early. Prabhuji will be doing all the announcements now. Please come a little early on Tuesday. थोड़ा ऑफिस से जल्दी आने का ट्राई कीजिए. I know it's a working day, but it's birthday of Krishna, so we appearance day of Krishna. So please come a little early. Lot of services will be there. We are the host. So many people will come. A lot of services are already divided, already been distributed. If you want to be part of the services, you can contact Surusmada Prabhu, me, or you can give your name to Pankaj also for the services. Other than that, prayerful mood is very important. And one very, very important thing is praying for each other. बहुत powerful है. When you go to the Lord in front of the altar and you pray for someone else, you say, oh Lord, this devotee is going through so much of problems. Please, if you desire, please help him. That is the highest thing. Praying for others. खुद के लिए तो सब pray करते हैं. खुद के लिए कौन नहीं भीख मांगता है? सब लोग मांगते हैं. दूसरों के लिए मांगना selfless. That is, you are elevating yourself one level up in your own bhakti. Praying for others. And Krishna likes that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I like someone praying for someone else. He did that in many pastimes. After Janmashtami, we will start Chaitanya Leela. So Mahaprabhu is expert in Chaitanya Leela. He is preparing now. He is preparing a project. Yeah. So lot of Chaitanya Leela will come. Chaitanya Leela is filled with all these things. Bhagavad Gita rule book, Bhagavatam stories, Chaitanya Charitamrita practical. प्रैक्टिकल रहता था स्कूल में, वो प्रैक्टिकल क्लास में टेस्ट ट्यूब में डालते थे तभी धुआं आता था. हाँ फिर लगता था कुछ तो है बाबा. लिटमस पेपर क्या होता था? ब्लू से रेड होता था ना? क्या होता था रे? हाँ, रेड से ब्लू होता था, पीएच। वो क्लास में रट्टा मार के जाते थे, समझ में नहीं आता था। भगवत गीता थ्योरी, श्रीमद् भागवतम स्टोरीज, चैतन्य चरितामृत प्रैक्टिकल। सुनवाल को लेके आ रहे हैं जन्माष्टमी के बाद चैतन्य चरितामृत का रस पान करेंगे हम, and we'll understand how to do more आदान प्रदान with devotees, how to have a loving bond with devotees. What we want in life, we want that only, to love and to be loved. और उसके बाद कुछ नहीं चाहिए। चैतन्य चरितामृत is filled with that thing. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will say we have to pray for others. So on this जन्माष्टमी थोड़ा चेंज करते हैं। खुद के लिए प्रेयर्स थोड़ा कीजिए, जीरो मत कीजिए, थोड़ा कीजिए, बट दूसरों के लिए ज़्यादा कीजिए। एंड कमिटमेंट्स, कमिट टू द लॉर्ड समथिंग। बलराम वी सेड यस्टरडे ना, कुछ गिफ्ट भगवान के लिए लाना जरूरी है। वो इसमें लिखते हैं ना, प्रेयर्स इन ब्लेसिंग्स, सॉरी क्या, प्रेजेंट इन blessing. They don't want your present also because they know what present you are going to get. You have so many things. Can't do it all day. This is ना. God का ऐसा नहीं, God का घर बहुत बड़ा है, बहुत ज़्यादा देवा करे. So you have to come with presents are compulsory for Janmashtami, for devotees. You have to present something to the Lord. You decide what you want to present. You say, I'm going to increase my chanting, good present. I'm going to follow this one of the 4 regulative principles, good present. I'm going to follow all 4 regulative principles, good present. I'm going to read 2 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita every single day. Next Janmashtami, by next Janmashtami, I will complete reading Bhagavad Gita once, very good present. I will start reading Srimad Bhagavatam, very good present. I will do this seva, very good present. I will chant early in the morning, 10 rounds, good present. You decide what you want to give me. He is waiting. He is waiting for the present. And he will also give a return gift. And you know, his return gift will be so big. अंबानी ने क्या किया था? कितना करोड़ का घड़ी था वो? हाँ, 5 करोड़ का घड़ी तो अंबानी ने दिया था। वो क्या देंगे आप सोचो? बट वो उसी को देंगे जो गिफ्ट लेके आएगा। No gift, no return gift. It's a fact. Krishna says that. ये यथा माम प्रपन्नते ताम ततस्व भजम्यहम्. As you reciprocate to me, as you act with me, I reciprocate accordingly. I'm not joking, सच में सोचिए, 2 दिन है हमारे पास, भगवान को क्या देंगे? सोचिए, आप किसी को बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है, आप खुद के लिए सोचिए, भगवान आपको वो ताकत भी देंगे फुलफिल करने का, राइट? सो दिस जन्माष्टमी लेट अस डू समथिंग डिफरेंट. थैंक यू वेरी मच. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय.